today we have another member of the N Guild, and this time making his face reveal. Not even the people in N group have seen Supa. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Supa, because last time I forgot to introduce who Drake was. I had to do a little, probably over here, a little thing that said Drake. But this time, Supa, and he goes by Snowman for the holidays. We may have seen him losing to Rico recently on Rico's channel, and yeah, I had to throw that in.
Yeah.
And so,
thanks, man.
So Supa, just briefly talk about you live in Mexico, yes?
Yeah.
So how big is Pokemon Duel in Mexico? Do you have friends that play it? Is there any kind of a community? I know there's gamer Latinos,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they're in Mexico. What's your take?
Well, yeah, Gamers Latinos is kind of a Latino-based group, but not where I live. Where I live at Aguascalientes, I actually haven't encountered anybody that even remotely plays Pokemon Duel, but so I kind of wing it on my own. Other than that, there are those gamer Latinos that kind of give Podu the attention that it needs, in my perspective.
So how did you get involved with Pokemon Duel? Did you come from Pokemon Go like the majority of people?
Yeah, typical. It was it was December, coming back from the break. Pogo was just dying out. Podu came up on my app store, so I was like, let's see what this is. Tried it out and just fell in love.
And so if you don't know and if you don't follow Supa, he sometimes shows up on my Discord, but he's kind of like Kaiser Soze. People have heard of Kaiser Soze, but nobody's actually seen him. The difference between him and I, besides that he wins, is that he has one deck that he runs, and he ran the Cosmo deck for the longest time, and in fact forever, and only recently did he switch over, and now he's used one deck since then, whereas I waste all my resources. This guy's a hoarder. And so are you up to 23 million ingots right now? 2.1 million, and I have 100,000 ingots. So why do you stick with one deck instead of experimenting?
I guess it's the name of the game for some people that, you know, if you want to have fun decks, you can go that route. I feel that I get frustrated real quick with even like the top decks. So if I would run fun decks, I think I'd be more frustrated. And I guess we all have it, you know, the winning part of the game. If you don't win, you're not having fun, which is sad, because the game can be really, really fun. It's just a matter of having a deck, even it being fun, being powerful, you know. But so that's my take on things. I like winning at the end of the day. No one likes losing. That's for sure. And I think I'd lose interest if I kept losing. I don't know how you take it, Potter.
So speaking of that, the joke with Supa, and we will talk on Discord kind of behind the scenes for the majority of the time, and I always know when he's on a losing streak because he will jump in and say, Pokemon Duel's dead. It's done, it's over, I quit. What do you think the state of Pokemon Duel is, and what figures do you think they either need to release, or what figures do you think they need to revamp and make viable?
Well, I think the state of it is interesting because they're adding more varieties. There's more Mon that are going to be competitive, and especially if some of the old Mons get the buffs, right? That supposedly there was some kind of a source that said that a few were going to get buffs,
and that turned out to be a Photoshop. So it's fake news, but even though Podu does like revamping some of the Mons, obviously they add barely to none of more use to them. But yeah, I think if, let's say, Magmortar would get a buff, that could really be a good piece for a fire deck.
there's a few of them out there that, like Dragon Knight as well, that, you know, they're giving them away right now, but you know, it needs that extra buff. If not, it's just not going to be used. Mainly, it's not that competitive in the meta right now.
What we're gonna do for you today is something a little bit different, and just for full disclosure, I've maybe beat him head to head like twice, but here's why the times that I beat him is because I'll be like, hey, I want to try out a new deck. Can you run a room match? He's like, sure. And then he'll bring out the most troll deck you've ever seen, and I'm like, serious? Like, really? Give me a break. This is what I gotta go against. And I'll get a lucky roll or two and win. I have my deck ready, and unfortunately, I think he kind of already knows my strategy. So this could go really bad, or it could go really well. And if I win, that means it went really well. And if he wins, that means it went really bad. So you remember when I met Drake a few videos ago, and I deleted my game footage with him? I never hit record. So we're just gonna say that I went ahead and won the first one and that he didn't beat me with a troll deck that was his actual gym deck. We're gonna pretend that that never happened. And now we're gonna play a real match. That's actually really funny because he lifted his gym deck and his Mimikyu cursed 2 of my figures and banished 2 of my figures. And I was running what should have been a pretty meta deck. I think it's a meta deck. A lot of people say tropical decks are done, no good anymore. I don't necessarily agree with that. But you guys will never get to see that video unless I do like the outtakes. But there's no screen recording of it. So as far as you guys know and as far as I know, I won. I will tell you, having played one game already, that it is totally different when you're sitting next to the person. Oh, I said it for 3 minutes. I thought I went in and made it 10, but Snowman here is going to open up with Coco on his back line, which is going to prevent me from blocking him with Lulu. So I'll take my Crobat and throw it out over the middle. I can't tell you guys what it is I'm thinking in my strategy because my opponent will know. Where I'm going with all this. What are you doing there, Supa? I don't think you want any of this. Oh, because he's grass type, he doesn't get sent back. I forgot about that. Very nice. Now what are you gonna do, Supa?
I'm shaking.
Well, I have to take the obvious mismatch here, right? 3 MP DOA? Oh, see, I can see out of my peripheral vision, I can see his wheel still spinning. So he didn't even know what had happened, and I was already talking about
the next move.
Yeah, the next move. So I have to delay my commentary here a little bit. I'm about done with your melee wish. Let's see. I'm gonna do this, and if it doesn't work, he's gonna do his swap spot surround on me.
It didn't work.
So ridiculous.
Favorable matchup right there, right?
is.
Better have gold block, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got gold block. Come at me with your Moongeist beam.
Why?
Swap spot for my corner. Supa, that's your trademark signature move? No.
Not yet.
But you,
There's one.
you got one.
There's two.
That's terrible in every sense of the word. I got nothing. So intense. Really? I don't mind Virizion being confused. I don't know that it changes a whole lot. Slip is slip. So now the question becomes, what do you do now, Supa?
I don't know.
He likes to be aggressive. I wouldn't be surprised if Sableye comes after me. Alright. We will end that. Sorry about that, Supa. Alright. It's my min. Oh, wait, no, cancel. Oh, I almost made a big mistake right there.
No, you can go ahead.
No. Almost made a big mistake right there. I really should set the timer for 10 minutes. If you don't know, I really hate supa. Like, I really hate it.
Love-hate. Scary looking setup.
It wouldn't have mattered though, because even if, well, he rolled the 120, which I needed him to do, but I needed to double roll and him roll the 120. I mean, you could always slip.
Could. With the miss. I barely finished right. Now.
Did I really only knock out 2 of your figures, or did I knock out 3 to max survival?
3.
3 figures.
Yeah, Leo was dead.
Terrible.
Not that terrible.
Terrible. So there we go. I lost 2, you guys only saw the 1. It was, and I've said it before, but it's really hard to play when the person is sitting next to you, because I wanted to commentate what I was thinking, and some of those plays were probably pretty questionable, and you guys were like, what were you thinking? But for the obvious reasons, I couldn't do anything about it. I'm sorry that Podu is dead in Mexico. Maybe if I had somebody who would translate my videos into Spanish, and we could grow the Hispanic/Latino community of Pokemon Duel. You got anything to add, Supa?
Nothing besides Podu isn't dead. It'll have something right at the anniversary. We'll see what's cooking. But yeah, have at it. It's a fun game.
All right, so I've been working on this, and it's hasta la mañana, something proximo.
Proxima.
Proxima? Hasta la próximo. Hasta la próximo. For those of you that don't speak Spanish, that's until next time.